So I had my first therapy session today, my first session in like 5 years, and it's been about 3 hours, and I'm still kind of like sitting with everything. And I forgot about that heavy feeling that you get afterwards, where, you know, like the weight of the conversation, the weight of your words just kind of like weighs you down. Um, and I made me realize a couple of things. The first thing it made me realize is like how much I was really carrying internally and like in my head. And I think that I thought by, creating these like loops in my head and thinking things through when I was actually ruminating was okay. And like journaling was okay. But honestly, when you voice your actual feelings or vulnerabilities or fears in a way that they're clear to someone and received by someone and then kind of like said back to you, that for me is when it became real. Like all of these issues, all of these things that I've just been like looping in my mind to the point where it wasn't even a big deal. Today, everything felt like very, very real and very prominent. And it made me realize that I might have just been spending years just like really just like doing myself such a disservice by holding everything in, thinking that I had it under control or I knew what was going on. It was just a matter of finding action. But like really it was just like doing so much harm and damage to myself. The second thing is, I think this therapist is very insightful. I mean, I've worked with therapists before and it just felt like endless talk, right? I've always indicated that I think therapy should be backed by like action or some sort of a change or some sort of like accountability. But I think it was very rare that I ever found that or got that. But I think this therapist really knows his stuff. I think I was very lucky to be matched with him. He seemed to be asking me like just the right questions. And at the end, the way that he summarized everything was really, really just like hit the nail on the head. Because one thing that I always felt like with my other therapist was that they never like really got me. They never really understood me. And oftentimes I would leave the session and just feel like really like, well, that wasn't what I wanted it to be. I don't really feel different. I don't really feel like there was anything that happened. There wasn't anything that like shifted inside of me. There wasn't any sort of like challenge or just change in my thinking or how I feel. Not that I'm looking for anything transformative in one phone call, but I think that later I would sit with myself and then I would realize like deep down, I actually know what my shortcomings are. I know what my issues are. I just like don't know like what to do about them. But I realized like I could have a conversation with myself and I'd be like, I wish my therapist had said X, Y, and Z. I wish they had pointed out to me that like I've just been feeling so blah because I haven't like had any wins in my life and there's been no momentum. Like I'm able to really contextualize I'm able to like contextualize and figure out what I need. And I kind of always wish that my therapist would say that to me. Like they would be at the same level of thinking. Instead, I would just be met with like a little bit of like nothingness and it would feel very underwhelming. So all that to say that this therapist seems really good so far. So I'm hoping that, we can start to just shift a little bit of my thinking and help direct a little bit of my thinking. And I guess I'm feeling a little bit sad because now that everything has come to the surface, it's making me realize like how much I've been carrying and how much help I actually didn't even realize I needed. So I just wanted to share that. I'm not really sure why I felt inclined to like make a video out of this, but I'm just hoping that, if someone isn't quite sure, because you think you can find good therapy on the internet, but if you are scrolling, you'll find something and it'll be really wonderful and really resonate with you. But then before it has time to actually land and you can sit with it, you end up scrolling again. And next thing you know, you're seeing a video of like someone's vacation in Greece, or like a joke about someone in the office, or something totally irrelevant to anything that would improve your mindset. Um, so just some thoughts about that, I guess.